Hi, my name is Jim, and I'm going to show you guys an easy way to peel your grapefruits and get the whole flesh out. So what we'll do, I've already done 3, and then I thought to myself this would be a good instructional video because I came up with this technique about a year ago and it works quite well. You take a little paring knife, go in and circle and cut at a 45-degree angle, pull out the plug, pull out the ends, just like that. I've already done 3 here, and then you'll go to peeling them. And that's as easy as it is to peel one, and then you split it open. Doesn't matter how it splits. Set this up here, and here's a little more than a half. Take the paring knife, run it right up under that membrane, and slice it all the way to the end. Peel it off, just like that. Throw it aside. Peel any of it off that you can, but don't waste a lot of time. That goes over here. Take your paring knife, run it up against the back of the membrane, much like filleting a fish, and pry it away. And look at that flesh just fall right off of there. Do the next one. Don't cut your thumb. You can shave the top of your hand that way, so be careful. Take the next one, push it up against that membrane, work it down in there and pull it away. They're not all going to come out perfect, but it's a fast way to do it. That's a fat one. They'll vary in size. Some will be thicker than others. Some people don't like this a little bit of membrane that's left on the back. For me, it doesn't bother me because you can peel it off, but for me it's plant fiber. And it should be eaten because we don't get a lot of whole fiber in our diets. Take the next one, work it down. In a matter of 10 minutes, I'm not talking, I can knock out 3 or 4 of these in 10 minutes and have all the flesh you want. You can clean them up if they're for presentation. You can clean them up later, but this does a really good job. Shaving off the rind and going around, you lose so much of the flesh, and this is a way to preserve the majority of it. You get skin that's stuck on there, you just kind of shave it off like that. Peel that off, run the knife back behind it. Look at that, comes right off, perfect. Do most of these. There's these pieces that break off like that. They're good to eat. It's a messy job. You'll splatter all over. But we get it done pretty quick. This last one you just kind of turn inside out. Grab the skin. Pull it off. Pull the flesh off. Separate the flesh from the skin. Much like doing a fish. Here's the other half of that one. I eat all those little pieces that are left on that membrane. It's just as a snack or reward for doing this. But I hope this helps you and you can see how fast you can go through and get the whole cantaloupe flesh out. Like I said, it's not a perfect technique, but you get more of the flesh this way than you do by peeling the outside of the grapefruit. Hope I didn't say watermelon. It's the last one. Just going to turn this one inside out. Hold it, scrape away. But that is it. Then I'll just, if you've got some that have a little bit of skin left on them, I eat it. My wife won't, but I do. You can just peel those off like that and you get very little membrane left on there. And that is it. I mean, I'm going to continue to do these so you can see, but there's one all flesh. I'll do another one real quick. Ooh, that one's already started. It's a nice break. It helps to have a sharp knife, but there again, be cautious not to cut yourself. Notice how I'll pull that membrane down and then back around it. It frees it up to fall out more. It loosens it to allow it to fall out more freely, just like it did. Usually, if I'm more careful and I take my time, I can get a higher percentage of whole pieces. I'm just applying a gentle, steady pressure to them to make them pull loose. Go right in there in the back. Pull it out. Sometimes they break. It depends on the fruit too. Some fruit are much more turgid, full of moisture, and when they're plump and turgid like that, they break apart easier, I think. One almost whole. This one's mushed from where I split the fruit, so it's going to come off in pieces. Here's the other half. This one, unfortunately for me, has not had a lot of seeds in it, which is cool. I usually have music playing of some type in the background, but not today. This is going to be a 4-day grapefruit, or a 4 grapefruit day for us. So we'll do all 4. So I hope this helps you guys to improve your, if you have a better technique, I would love to know about it. I'm not saying this is the ultimate technique, but it's the easiest one I have found to free up the meat and get a fairly high percentage of whole pieces. I go by the philosophy, anybody thinks they know everything, run as fast as you can. So I don't claim to have the best technique. one that has worked for me. There's another one. One more. I keep saying one more, but I gotta get them all done. I dove into that one a little too aggressively. Juice flying everywhere. These grapefruit pills, any of your citrus pills too, if you allow them to dry, are wonderful fire starters. The citrus oil in there burns nicely. So if you're needing to start fires, fire pit outside, or want to start fires in your fireplace, you don't have a gas lighter, you can use those. I'll post a video on doing that a little later. It's a good way to recycle them. Most of ours go into compost, but we occasionally use them to start fires. It's a great little natural way. Boy, that's good. Well, they taste good. These Texas red Texas Star, I think they call them. They come out this time of year. We're in January. They are just excellent. Good fructose content. There's a few seeds in that one. But there you have it. Wild Crazy Jim's grapefruit filleting technique. The last one's always kind of tricky in the bunch, so I basically turn them inside out, try to anyway, and then hold both ends. If luckily you'll have both ends and you can just kind of peel it away. Start from the other side. Got that one. Well, that was a pretty one. This is the one I blew apart when I was peeling it. That's good. Okay, this is not an exciting video, but certainly a helpful one. Oh! Busted that one out. Don't like to do that. This is making a mess here. Every once in a while you run into a little snafu. Last one, try to turn this one inside out. Scrape that off. we put it all the rest of this in the compost pile, the waste, and boy, the raccoons and the possums just have a blast with it. A good sugar dose for them. There's not a whole lot to eat in January for those critters outside, so they're welcome to go in our compost pile and get whatever they want. Sometimes we'll forego keeping the bones of our Christmas roast or turkey and first, soup stock, and I'll just put the whole carcass out there after we've carved off what we want. And one year we had a red-tailed hawk come down and feast on it with some crows. It was quite a nice Thanksgiving to see that everybody got to benefit. There's something else, it's non-related, but talking about that, how everybody got to benefit from that one turkey. A lot of hunters out west are complaining about the wolf population killing elks and only eating a portion of the body, and they're talking about how wasteful they are. But what they don't, what these a lot of ignorant hunters, and I say that because they don't understand, is that you can, the kill from that one wolf pack feeds a whole collection of wildlife, because the wolverine, the raccoon, the bear, other coyotes, foxes, birds of all kinds will come and feast on that animal and take the hair for nest building in the spring. Birds will. And so everybody benefits from that, down to rodents chewing on the bones. So it's the wolf is not wasteful. The wolf is a creature that takes down big animals like bison and elk, and they leave them what they eat, what they can. They leave the rest for everybody else. So they're very generous in that sense. People think they're selfish, the hunters do. When's the last time you saw a hunter chewing on the hide or eating the gallbladder or the heart? So, hunters are often probably the most wasteful. They throw all that away in most cases. And in most cases, they won't even eat all the meat. They just take the choice pieces of meat. But not all hunters, but many will do that. There are some good quality, highly educated hunters out there that have conservation in mind, but most of them I don't have a lot of respect for. They don't understand nature as a whole. They just want to kill everything. But that's how your compost bin can benefit wildlife, if you have one. It helps feed all the wildlife, especially in the winter months when there's not a lot for them to choose from. That's your big caribou kill contribution, your compost pile. And we have, pork chops, fat, and things like that we put out there. We've had gray fox come up and eat from it. Cool thing. Well, this is my end of my fourth one, so you'll see here that this actually goes along pretty quick. And I hope this helps. A lot of you that think that doing this is really a mess. I don't know exactly how long I've been here, 10 minutes maybe. But that's having a conversation with you. Well, it's one-sided, you don't get to talk back, but you can type.